Hey everyone, welcome back to FluentX. It's really good to have you with us today. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us for another calm and natural English conversation. Today's topic is something everyone looks forward to.
Your weekend. Yes, weekends are special because they break the routine. They give us space, time, freedom, and sometimes rest.
And that's why talking about your weekend in English is such an important skill. People ask about weekends all the time, at work, with friends, even with strangers.
Questions like, how was your weekend? What did you do over the weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
Simple questions, but many English learners don't know how to answer them comfortably.
So today, we're going to help you talk about your weekend naturally, with confidence, emotion, and flow, just like real conversations.
Before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through these calm podcast-style conversations, feel free to like this video and subscribe. It quietly supports the FluentX community.
All right, let's start. Sarah, when you hear the word weekend, what does it mean to you?
For me, the weekend means slowing down. It's a pause after a busy week, a chance to breathe, to rest, to do things just for myself.
I feel the same. Weekends don't have to be exciting or productive. Sometimes a good weekend is just a peaceful one.
Exactly. And that's important for English learners to understand. You don't need a perfect weekend to talk about it.
Yes, you can talk about a busy weekend, a lazy weekend, a boring weekend, or an exciting one. All of them are normal.
Let's start with very simple, natural sentences. You can say, I had a nice weekend. My weekend was relaxing. My weekend was busy. I stayed at home over the weekend. I didn't do much.
These sentences are short, safe, and very common.
And I didn't do much is actually one of the most natural English sentences.
Yes, native speakers say it all the time. Let's talk about relaxing weekends first.
A relaxing weekend usually means rest, comfort, and calm. You might say, I had a really relaxing weekend. I mostly stayed at home. I caught up on sleep. I watched some movies. I spent time just resting.
Caught up on sleep is a very natural phrase. It means you slept more because you were tired during the week.
Yes. Another natural sentence is, I took it easy. That means you didn't do anything stressful. When you talk about your weekend, feelings matter. You can say, it felt really peaceful. It helped me recharge. I felt refreshed. I finally relaxed.
Recharge is a great word. It means getting your energy back, like charging a phone. Let's show how this sounds in a real conversation.
Okay.
So Sarah, how was your weekend?
It was really nice. I didn't do much, but I needed the rest.
That sounds perfect, actually.
Yes, and that's how simple weekend conversations can be.
Now let's talk about busy weekends.
Busy weekends are also very common. You might say, my weekend was pretty busy. I had a lot to do. I was running around all weekend. I barely had time to rest.
Running around means you were busy doing many things.
Weekends reflect your lifestyle. Some people need rest. Some need activity. Some need connection.
And there's no right or wrong weekend. What matters is learning how to talk about it naturally.
Some people need rest. Some need activity. Some need connection.
And there's no right or wrong weekend. What matters is learning how to talk about it naturally.
So far, we've learned how to talk about weekends simply, describe relaxing weekends, describe busy weekends, share weekend feelings, answer, how was your weekend, naturally.
In the next part, we'll talk about specific activities, past tense usage, and how to tell a smooth weekend story.
Let's continue there.
All right, Sarah. Now that we've talked about the feeling of weekends, let's move into something very practical. What you actually did. Yes, this is where many English learners feel unsure because they think they need perfect grammar or long sentences.
Yes, this is where many English learners feel unsure because they think they need perfect grammar or long sentences.
But the truth is, weekend conversations don't need to be complicated. They just need to feel natural.
Let's start with very common weekend activities. You can say, I stayed at home. I went out with friends. I spent time with my family. I watched a movie. I did some shopping. I cleaned the house. I went for a walk.
These are everyday sentences that native speakers use constantly.
And notice something important. You don't need fancy words. Simple is better.
When we talk about the weekend, we usually talk about the past. But don't overthink it. You can just say, I watched a movie. I met a friend. I cooked dinner. I went shopping. I relaxed.
Yes, short sentences sound confident and clear. A very common weekend topic is entertainment. You might say, I watched a movie on Saturday night. I binge-watched a TV show. I stayed in and watched YouTube. I caught up on my favorite series.
Binge-watched means watching many episodes in one sitting, and caught up on means watching episodes you missed earlier.
Both are extremely natural phrases.
Food is another big part of weekends. You can say, I cooked at home. I tried a new recipe. I ordered food. I went out to eat. I had dinner with family.
You don't need details unless you want to add them. For example, I cooked pasta. I tried a new dish. I made something simple. If you went out, you can say, I went out on Saturday. I met some friends. I went for a walk. I visited a cafe. I went shopping.
And if you stayed home, I stayed in. I didn't feel like going out. I just relaxed at home.
Both are perfectly normal weekends.
Now let's talk about telling a small weekend story. You don't need to tell everything. Just pick 1 or 2 moments.
Yes, a simple structure works best. Overall feeling, 1 or 2 activities, a short ending.
Let me give an example. My weekend was pretty relaxing. On Saturday, I stayed home and watched a movie. On Sunday, I went for a walk and prepared for the week.
That sounds completely natural. Here's another one. My weekend was busy. On Saturday, I met some friends and went shopping. On Sunday, I cleaned the house and ran some errands.
Ran errands means doing small tasks like shopping or paying bills.
If you want your English to sound more natural, add one feeling. You can say, it was fun. It was exhausting. It was refreshing. It felt good. It was a bit tiring.
For example, it was busy but fun. I was tired, but I enjoyed it. Let's show how this sounds in real life.
Okay,
So, Sarah, what did you do over the weekend?
my weekend was pretty calm. I stayed home on Saturday and watched a movie. On Sunday, I met my family. It felt really nice.
That's perfect. Simple, clear, natural.
Sometimes weekends are boring, and that's okay. You can say, I didn't do much. It was a quiet weekend. It was pretty uneventful. I mostly stayed home.
Uneventful means nothing special happened.
Time words help organize your story. You can use on Saturday, on Sunday, in the evening, over the weekend, most of the time.
For example, on Saturday night, I watched a movie. Most of the weekend, I stayed home.
So in this part, we learned how to talk about weekend activities, use past tense naturally, talk about food, movies, going out, tell a simple weekend story, add feelings, and talk about boring or busy weekends.
In the next part, we'll talk about conversations at work or school, answering follow-up questions, and sounding confident when people ask about your weekend.
Let's continue there.
All right, Sarah. Now let's talk about something very real. Most weekend conversations don't happen at home. They happen at work, at school, or with colleagues.
Yes, Monday morning conversations are famous for one question. So, how was your weekend?
And this question can feel stressful for English learners. They worry about grammar or they feel their weekend wasn't interesting enough.
But here's the truth. People are not looking for a story. They're looking for a friendly connection. Let's imagine a simple office situation. A coworker asks, "How was your weekend?" You can answer in a very relaxed way. "It was good, thanks." "It was pretty nice." "It was relaxing." "It was busy but good."
You don't need to say much more unless they ask. If you want to continue, add one small detail. For example, "It was relaxing. I mostly stayed home." Or, "It was busy. I had some family plans." Or, "It was nice. I caught up on rest."
This is more than enough for a natural conversation.
Let's act out a very normal office conversation.
Okay.
"Oh, morning, Sarah. How was your weekend?"
It was good, thanks. I didn't do much, just relaxed.
That sounds perfect.
See how simple that was? No pressure, no long explanation. At school or college, conversations sound very similar. People might ask, "What did you do over the weekend?" "Did you have a good weekend?"
You can say, "I stayed home and studied." "I met some friends." "I worked on an assignment." "I'm mostly relaxed."
Simple answers sound confident.
Sometimes people ask follow-up questions. For example, "What did you watch?" "Who did you go with?" "Where did you go?"
You can answer briefly. "I watched a movie." "I went with friends." "I stayed near home." "I didn't go anywhere special."
You don't need details unless you want them.
Sometimes you don't feel like talking, and that's okay. You can say, "It was quiet." "Nothing special, really. I mostly rested."
These sentences gently close the conversation. If you do want to continue, you can ask back. "How about you? What did you do? Did you have a good weekend?"
This keeps the conversation balanced and polite. Confidence doesn't come from long sentences. It comes from comfort.
Short answers spoken calmly sound much more confident than long, nervous explanations. Let's do a slightly longer example.
Sure.
"So, Sarah, how was your weekend?"
It was pretty relaxing. I stayed home on Saturday and watched a movie. On Sunday, I spent some time with my family.
That sounds nice. Did you watch anything good?
Yes, I watched a comedy. I just wanted something light.
I get that. Weekends are for recharging.
Exactly. Sometimes plans change. You can say, "I was planning to go out, but I stayed in." "I wanted to travel, but I decided to rest." "I didn't feel like going anywhere."
These are very natural sentences. Some weekends are a mix of everything. You can say, "It was busy at first, but relaxing later." "Saturday was hectic, Sunday was calm." "I had a mix of rest and activities."
These sentences sound very natural and balanced. Words like but, so, and help your story flow. For example, "I was tired, but I enjoyed it." "I stayed home, so I rested a lot." "I went out, and then I came home early."
Simple connectors make your English smooth.
In this part, we learned how to talk about weekends at work or school, answer politely and confidently, keep conversations short or continue them, handle follow-up questions, talk about mixed or changed plans, and sound calm and natural.
In the final part, we'll bring everything together. Storytelling and useful phrases recap.
Let's continue there.
All right, Sarah. Now let's gently bring everything together. We've talked about feelings, activities, work conversations, and confidence. Now, let's focus on something very important: storytelling.
Yes, because when people ask about your weekend, they don't want a report, they want a small human story.
A natural weekend story usually has 3 parts. First, the overall feeling, then 1 or 2 activities, and finally, how it ended or how you felt afterward.
You don't need every detail, just enough to sound real. Here's a very natural example. My weekend was really calm. On Saturday, I stayed home and watched a movie. On Sunday, I went for a walk and prepared for the week. It helped me relax.
That sounds completely natural and confident. Here's another one. My weekend was busy but enjoyable. On Saturday, I met some friends and went out. On Sunday, I spent time with my family. I was tired, but it felt good.
That balance sounds very human. Sometimes weekends don't go the way we expect. You can say, I had plans, but I ended up staying home. Or, I wanted to go out, but I decided to rest instead. Or, it wasn't very exciting, but it was peaceful.
These sentences sound honest and relaxed.
Feelings make your story complete. You can say, it helped me recharge. I felt refreshed afterward. I felt relaxed. I was tired but happy. I felt ready for the new week. Ready for the new week is a very common phrase.
Let's give listeners one last full example.
Okay, let's do it slowly.
So, Sarah, how was your weekend?
It was really nice. On Saturday, I mostly stayed home and relaxed. I watched a movie and caught up on rest. On Sunday, I spent some time with my family and went for a short walk. It felt calm, and I feel refreshed now.
That sounds like a perfect weekend.
Yes, it was exactly what I needed.
Notice how natural that sounded. Not long, not short, just right.
Let's softly recap some useful weekend expressions we used today. I didn't do much. I took it easy. I caught up on sleep. I stayed in. I went out with friends. I spent time with family. It was busy. It was relaxing. It was a mix of both. It helped me recharge. I feel refreshed.
These are everyday expressions you'll hear all the time.
Remember, you don't need an exciting weekend to speak good English.
You just need to speak honestly, simply, and calmly.
That's what real conversations sound like. So today we learned how to talk about your weekend naturally, describe relaxing and busy weekends, talk about activities using simple past tense, answer questions at work and school, handle follow-up questions calmly, tell short weekend stories, express feelings clearly, and sound confident without long sentences.
You now have everything you need to talk about your weekend in English.
Before we end today's episode, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, here's our question for you. How was your last weekend, and how did it make you feel?
Even 1 or 2 sentences are perfect. We read every comment, and we truly enjoy hearing from you.
If this episode helped you, give it a thumbs up. It quietly supports the FluentX community.
And if you want more calm, natural English conversations like this, feel free to subscribe.
Take care of yourself. Enjoy your time, and have a great week ahead.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.